Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nezwa Shukhufi Maula. My student number is A320190249 and I'm from class F. English for Specific Purposes or ESP is a learner-centered approach to teaching English as an additional language, which focuses on developing communicative competence in a specific disciplines, such as academics, accounting, agrology, business, IT, engineering, etc. There are three main common reasons to the emergence of ESP according to Hutchinson. The first one is the expansion in scientific, technical, and economic activity on an international scale after the World War II. Second, the revolutions in linguistics which state that language varies considerably and in a number of different ways from one context to another. The last one is learners were seen to have different needs and interests, which would have an important influence on their motivation to learn and therefore on the effectiveness of their learning. Four characteristics of ESP according to Strivens. First is meets specified needs of the learner. Second, content centered on particular subjects, profession, and activities. The third one is contrasting with general English, and the last one is restricted as to the language skill to be learned. Procedures for conducting needs analysis. When performing a need analysis, the ESP practitioner can pick out numerous strategies, but needs to keep in mind that every procedure affects the type of the information obtained. Four characteristics between English for Specific Purposes or ESP and English for General Purposes or AGP. The first difference is the focus of ESP is on training, while the focus of EGP is on education. ESP learners are usually adults who are familiar with the English language, but the ESP learners varies from children to adult, and English is the subject of the courses. The third is ESP learners more likely to meet in the target situation, lesson based on the learner's specific needs required by their profession or occupation, while the AGP learners learns general English for everyday use. And the last one is ESP emphasizes on language learning, while EGP emphasizes on language use. The most common approaches to needs analysis include: first, deficiency analysis. Deficiency analysis is defined by West on 1994 as a type of needs analysis designed for take account of learners' present needs as well as the requirements of the target situation. The second one is sociolinguistic model. In this model, Manbei on 1978 puts the learner's target linguistic requirements at the heart of the ESP course. For instance, they constitute for the basis for the course content and material selection. The third one is learning-centered approach. Important in this systematic approach is that learners give much care to the learning process as a focus of the analysis rather than the knowledge they want to possess at the end of the classes. Needs analysis can be a vital asset for teachers of ESP to identify learners' key requirements or needs and determine the skills they need to develop. Other researchers, such as Telefer and Colling on 2007, empirical evidence shows that the success of the teaching and learning process in ESP depends much on needs analysis. It is clear that need analysis can help learners adapt to the new learning system when the teacher recognizes the needs of the learning process. That's all my answer for ESP Mitas. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.